Ahoy! I'm Tyler. That's
I'm
all I got.
Hunter.
I'm Harper.
Look, and this is a hero. Look at us. And this is a hero story episode 288. So many episodes. Too many episodes. Some would argue. I can't believe we've
Yeah.
been here since
We're
100.
nearing the end. We're nearing the
Yes,
end, though.
we are nearing the end.
We're done.
Oh, good news to me. Okay.
um,
I won't argue against it.
Oh my God, can we please? Oh yeah, let's actually reboot Absolute A Hero Story episode 1.
It's like Fat Harper's just suddenly Buff Harper.
Actually, yeah. In my mind, we're gonna hit like for the last like 3 months, it was we're gonna hit 300 and then we're gonna start back at episode 1. I don't think we've ever agreed to that being a
no, we never
concept.
did. I think
No,
you and
I
I
don't
mentioned
think
it once as a joke.
one time. I've had it genuinely. I've been like thinking of a thumbnail. I'm like, what will it be?
what will it be? It's like months from now.
It's not, dude. It's like December of this year.
Oh yeah, if we keep on track here. Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess it will
we're at
be.
like what 288 now.
Yeah,
Something
288.
like that.
Yeah, that's like 3 months away.
Yeah. Oh God.
That's
I don't want to
fucking
listen.
ridiculous, actually.
I can't even think about the world in 1 month from right now, let alone
Oh yeah, because
3
you're
months
Why's
American.
from right
that?
now.
Why's that?
Yeah,
There's a
why? Oh, because he just
Um,
got the new Dragon Ball game and he's gonna
and
be
I
able
was
to
like,
do it in a
I'm like
month.
wondering what's gonna happen to me. Like, I'm like, oh my God, this game's so sick. In 3 months, I'm just gonna be super sweaty at it. Yeah.
Sweet.
I loved you being like, this game sucks. I keep losing.
Yeah. Just keep
After 1
fucking-
hour.
Yeah, it's hard, man. It's a hard game. It actually is difficult. Hunter and I were just
Yeah.
talking about it. Anyway, we got a little bit of news here, not so much. One kind of bigger thing. And then we have I think two, right? Only two comics to talk about this week. I read more than two,
Yeah,
but
we
we
do.
have two big ones.
Ultimates
Alright.
and Absolute Batman.
Yes, Ultimates
Did
issue
everyone
4,
here
Absolute
read
Batman.
both of those?
Yeah.
I did.
Yes.
Me too.
Whoa.
I
Some
know.
good comics.
Issue.
I know.
If only JD could see us now.
Yeah, I know.
Rest in peace.
Okay. News.
News. So the number one bit of news, we got our Jon Stewart casting.
Mm.
Aaron
Mhm.
Pierre from Rebel Ridge,
Mhm.
which is that Netflix movie, is Jon Stewart, confirmed by James Gunn. Same with Kyle Chandler as Hal Jordan, also confirmed by James Gunn.
Yeah, officially
So,
confirmed.
so now
now.
we have our Green Lanterns in the DCU, our the ones that
True
we're going to
Detective.
follow going forward. Yep, that's going to be our
Yeah.
buddy team. Is Aaron Pierre as Jon Stewart and Kyle Chandler as Hal Jordan, and I think they look good together. I think it looks right.
Yeah.
They do. They do.
I'm all in.
Yeah.
I am DC all in on this casting.
So this is maybe not the most fun little kind of conversation to mention, but I think it is kind of important maybe to talk about that when Neil Adams invented Jon Stewart,
Oh, I know. Yeah.
he specifically he did it because he decided he wanted to create.
I'm
a
really
Black
going to
Green
regret
Lantern.
saying I'm DC all in.
No,
aren't
no,
I?
no, no, no. I think it's a good casting
Okay.
choice, right? But
I'm scared.
Neil
I'm
Adams specifically decided to create him because he's like, there's a lack of black characters in the DC universe. So he creates Jon Stewart. And he said, or I was reading the quote where he said that they had a specific color that they would use for like the skin of black people, right? It was always one color that they would use.
Mm.
It was the same with white characters, same with black characters, But Neil Adams decided he wanted to make a new tone and he wanted Jon Stewart to be darker than every other character that had ever been drawn in DC Comics, right? He wanted a dark-skinned black man to be a superhero. So we could get into the semantics of if casting a
I was going to say,
light-skinned
I'm
black
understanding now where this is going.
is against the creator's choice, if it's colorism, you could get into all that. We're not the podcast to have that conversation, but
Yeah.
that is a fair conversation to have.
Yes.
That being said, if I'm Aaron Pierre, I'm taking the job.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I thought
yeah,
was
yeah.
you know what I thought was silly was them using like a Doc Shaner picture for Hal and then just
And then the
Justice League
animated
Unlimited.
series screenshot.
Well, it's
Yeah,
because
that-
it is the
that seems
iconic.
so-
It is the
so
iconic
silly to me.
Jon Stewart.
It is. It is the best one.
But
He's
just-
What's
sick,
the
but
best
it's
Jon
it
Stewart
was random.
comic? What is
like
the best
that.
Jon Stewart comic book?
Like that is an adaptation. And this is an adaptation. You know what I mean? Like that is the dude that's going to play the source material.
Yeah,
like,
and he looks
yeah.
right next to Hal too. He looks right.
It's like being like
looks
we've
proper.
cast Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. He's Earth's mightiest heroes. Tony
Iron Man
Stark.
Armored Adventures.
Yeah, next to like
Yeah,
Chris,
you'd be like,
Mr. like
okay.
Chris Evans and a very detailed like Jonathan Hickman like
Yeah,
Captain
exactly.
America.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense that they're doing that.
It is a random one.
Because we talk about this a lot. John Stewart in the comic books, I don't think he's a bad character. He's just like there's something missing from that character.
Yeah.
Out of all the Green Lanterns that are around in the, let's say Jeff Johns era, obviously there's a lot of Green Lantern stuff beforehand, but that's the one who really reinvented the wheel. He's kind of the least interesting, out of
Yeah.
Hal, Kyle, and Guy. He's kind of the least interesting. You could argue Guy and John, but Hal Jordan, especially now, is always going to be the more interesting character. And they haven't really fleshed out John Stewart, especially in the time when Hal Jordan was gone. Obviously, Green Lantern was Kyle Rayner. So John Stewart never really had the time to shine. And they tried with him. Like, they made him the leader of the Justice League, right? Didn't Scott Snyder do that? Like, one of the leaders of the Justice League?
Yeah. No, he did Martian Manhunter.
Someone, I swear,
Oh,
made
he's
John
the
Stewart.
leader of the Green Lantern Corps.
Oh, okay. All right. That makes more sense. I thought he was the leader of the
Yeah.
Justice League. Because
No,
it's
no,
like
no.
he's a military man. I'm pretty sure that's a more recent addition to his character as well. He was an
It is.
architect.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. But I like
This
it.
was-
And also, Aaron Pierre in Rebel Ridge played a military guy, and he played it like stone cold. He's so cool in that movie.
Yeah, yeah. I've noticed a lot of people complaining about the skin tone as well, but in the end, like, I think he does look right, and I'm obviously not the person to like comment on his
If
skin
only you-
here, of
There's
course.
so many jokes, Hunter, that I could make.
If
at
only you
Like,
could
it's
blush.
just-
If only. But
Yeah.
like from my point of view, I just see it as this is a black character
I don't
being
even see
played by a
color.
black
I mean-
man, and I think that's good. But if I understand the people that are
Yeah.
saying this isn't good, but I still
Um,
think it's a good casting. But I'm also not the guy to.
I think he'll be good. I think there's no reason that he will not portray the character properly,
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about best John Stewart comics, and the only one I can think of, and I forget what the fucking comic's called, but it's a Mike Mignola DC like post-crisis comic. It's about like New Genesis and stuff. John Stewart accidentally gets an entire planet blown up. He
Yeah,
accidentally like gets
He
billions
loves
of
blowing
people
up
killed.
stuff, doesn't
That's
he?
the panel where he had and Martian Manhunter also told him like, don't do what you're gonna do because it's gonna blow the planet up. And then John Stewart did it anyway and then blew the planet up.
Mhm.
And so it's the page where John Stewart has a
canon.
gun to his head. And he's like, I'm gonna kill myself because I'm responsible for the lives of billions. And then Martian Manhunter walks by and he's like, do it, fucking just do it right now.
Do it.
Like I don't just do it because he's like, I hate you so much. I'm the product of like a genocide of people, and you've just genocided. You've made extinct a whole race of people. So,
Do it.
and
And this
I'm
is
pretty sure
still
they get back
canon.
to that. Yeah, that is still canon. They get back to that in Scott Snyder's book.
They do, and
It's
as
not
well as Jeff Jones Green Lantern. He says when Hal says when he can't find where John is, he goes to where that planet used to be, and he's just sitting on like a meteorite thinking.
Yeah, it's horrible, man.
Like he's sitting
trying
on
to-
an asteroid, just like staring at the place where a bunch of people used to live that are now
Yeah.
no longer there
You're
because
not
of him.
the
Yeah,
thinker,
he's literally
bro.
sitting- yeah, he's like the thinker.
Yeah.
It's like, you're not
I'm
the
trying to
thinker.
find what this book was called. I
It's a
completely
terrible
forgot.
thing, but like, yeah, he did. It's a superhero that.
It's Cosmic Odyssey. Such a lame name. Cosmic Odyssey. DC's Cosmic Odyssey, but that's it.
That sounds so much like a David Bowie album or something.
Yeah, I
doesn't
know.
it?
It's a Mignola book, so it looks awesome.
Yeah. That's fair.
I'm just wondering, how do you think they're going to adapt the talk show? Jon Stewart, the American talk show host.
I love Jon Stewart.
Yeah, he's fun.
I get it.
Like the American talk show. He's a
Yeah.
You hate the Green Lantern.
That's kind of
yeah,
racist
wow.
of you, buddy.
I feel like I
Um,
can't love Daily Show Jon Stewart without loving also Jon Stewart. I feel like those things are opposing forces, right?
Do you think so?
Like, well, I feel like Jon Stewart is very progressive.
Do you think Green Lantern?
If I told Jon
isn't?
Stewart that I hated Jon Stewart Green Lantern, I think he would punch me in the face.
Oh, he probably would.
He probably would.
Well, you're saying that he would. You're saying that he's the opposite of Green Lantern, Jon Stewart?
Yes, I'm saying that he's Sinestro. I'm saying you should cast Daily Show Jon Stewart.
Honestly,
Sinestro.
he's got like, the
What do you mean,
strong
honestly?
nose for it.
Who are you casting as Sinestro?
Jon Stewart.
Oh, do you think they're gonna cast Sinestro on the show?
I hope they
Sorry.
do.
well, right?
I
You think
feel
we
like that's
should
not a
get-
character you should skip for like the Lantern. Like this is
Yeah, especially an
this
introduction to it.
Lanterns is like True Detective. Like this
But it is Earthbound, though. They said it's
Or
mostly
Hunter.
Earthbound.
Oh, Hunter, you're so fucked, buddy. You're so fucked.
Why?
Say what you just said about Jon Stewart playing Sinestro. Why'd you say he would be perfect?
Because he's got a strong nose.
Oh, just because he's Jewish. Wow, man. Wow, really
No,
leaning into
because he.
wow, Hunter. Wow.
I feel like
Oh,
that
everyone. Wow, dude. Wow.
This is a racy
This
episode
is why
already.
stereotypes
Should we
hurt
go
people.
back to talking about if he's light skinned?
Let's use your conversation.
Yeah.
Genuinely, Hunter, you went, he's got a long nose, he'd be perfect. And I went, oh, is Jon Stewart Jewish? And
well,
like
maybe
Hunter,
you're
you
the issue
fucked
for
up
even
horribly.
thinking of that when he said it.
Wow,
Huh?
maybe, dude, maybe I'm. Hey guys, it's Josh here. I would just like to
It's
apologize
Joshy.
for engaging in this rhetoric and assuming the worst of Hunter.
Yes, because he is the
Absolute
worst.
Batman was fucking sick.
He's
though.
not even. He's not even. Oh, yes, it was. Oh, nice.
Yeah, it
Okay,
was.
little spoiler. Um,
He's gone.
I
He's
guess that.
actually gone.
Oh,
Look at
I was
him.
gonna say, do we get? Do you think a whole range of Green Lanterns in the show? Not necessarily Kyle or whatnot.
Like
I mean, we'll get Guy, but
Simon
like,
Baz and
yeah, sure.
what's the girl's name?
Jessica Cruz.
That's the one.
Fucking, I'm talking. I mean, like Kilowog and Tomar 2 and stuff like that.
Those are like, well, Kilowog's a
Probably,
guarantee.
yeah.
Sodom,
Yeah,
Sodom Yacht.
Yeah, Rodham Tut.
Yes,
King Kong.
King Kong, yeah. King Kong.
Who's the big
I think
head?
Caesar is also a
Gallius Zeb.
Green Lantern.
Is that the one with the head and he's just got legs?
Who's the big head? JD.
JD.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
The
By the way,
Graziano.
JD.
Sniper's dream.
Yeah, and that's what happened to him. That's why he's not here. But but like Sinestro for real, you want Sinestro in the show, obviously. I
Yes.
always thought get Ray Fiennes. I feel like he played Voldemort. He'd play fucking Sinestro perfectly, especially older Green Lantern.
Just get Mark Strong.
Just get Mark Strong again. Yeah, why not?
Let
He's
him
already in the
try.
Batman, the Penguin.
Oh god, that's
What if
right.
it was called the Batman, the Penguin? I really
the Penguin
hope.
of the Batman story.
Yes, the Batman epic crime
colon,
saga
the
story.
Penguin. Yeah. Oh god.
I love obviously the relationship between fucking Hal and Sinestro is so good. There's the part and I really do think they might end up doing Parallax in this. They said that this show is going to end up like uncovering some big mystery that's going to lead into the future of whatever their plan is or whatever. I think they could end up doing Hal Jordan becomes Parallax. There's a moment in Emerald Twilight when after he's killed all the Green Lanterns, he's fighting Sinestro last, and Sinestro tells him like, we've been through a lot. I remember when I first met you, and I thought to myself, here's this real like stupid kid. He's cocky, he's brash, he's never going to amount to anything. And then we spent all these years together, and it turns out I was right. And that's like one of my favorite moments Sinestro ever said. It's just like, yeah, I hated you this whole time. I was going to give you the benefit of the doubt, but actually it turns out you do suck. And then they fight to the death. He snaps Sinestro's neck. Love it. I want to see that.
Awesome.
I don't need Hal Jordan to murder
You
all
love
the
when
Green
beloved
Lanterns.
superheroes snap people's necks, don't you?
Oh, in movies especially, yes.
It's one of your favorite things. Tell that to Zod's snapped neck.
Deep cut there. Speaking of, this is not comic book news, but it's just something I saw that it was kind of funny. Henry Cavill's going to be in the live action Voltron movie.
I feel like Henry.
Oh yeah,
Cavill,
yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
I
he's
feel
just
like Henry
taking roles.
Cavill gets like cast in things, or they announce that Henry Cavill is working on this thing all the time,
and it's never good or comes
Just
out.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Has Henry Cavill been in a movie
except
that
for
wasn't
Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. Fallout, Mission Impossible Fallout.
Oh, I thought you meant Fallout, the TV show, and I was like,
Yeah,
what
imagine if
is
he was in
that?
Fallout TV show.
God, he dies so hard in Mission Impossible, man.
But he's good though, man. Gets hooked in the
Nice.
head.
Yeah, I like you think that like because he gets his face messed up, you're like, oh, that's what he'll look like in the sequel, and then he gets
No.
fucking.
Yeah,
Oh
hooked.
man, that's
Helicopter hooked.
crazy.
Yeah, it's directed by the guy that made Red Notice, The Rock and Ryan Reynolds, Gal Gadot Netflix movie.
That movie's
Oh,
apparently
no.
very, very bad.
I watched it.
Well, how was it?
I loved it so much you would have no idea. I got T-shirts up the wazoo. I'm watching it right now.
Did you
On my
actually
podcast.
like it? Was it
He's like
actually
on his
any good
monitor
at
right
all?
now.
No, it actually is so. I mean, it's a Rock movie.
Yeah. So yeah,
It's
inherently
a The
terrible.
Rock Netflix movie. you know.
It's not getting any
And
better.
there's a scene where The Rock, who's an FBI agent, because like somehow an FBI agent has enough time to bulk up and look like The Rock while they're working, whatever. But they find Ryan Reynolds in his house because he's like a Nathan Drake type character, and they both pour their brand out like gin.
Their alcohol
Yes,
brand.
exactly. Yes, Aviator, The Rock gets some
Terramana.
Terramana, and
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds' character gets some Aviator gin. Ads.
That is
The movie's a
Ads.
terrible.
commercial.
The
That's
movie's
like
a
that new
commercial.
KSI song where it's just a prime bottle in the fucking middle of it. Good Lord.
Wow.
Fucking moron.
Um, Here's a bit of news. Fresh hot news. Sam
Oh,
Raimi's in talks to direct Doctor Strange 3.
I saw that.
I'll
I
take
saw
it.
that.
They've said
Do
this
it.
since Doctor Strange 2 came out.
Yeah.
That's
And
true. Yeah, that's
I
not really
want to,
news.
but I want to see Doctor Strange 3, man. What are we doing?
Yeah, agreed.
What
Exactly.
what are we doing?
I feel like it should
Do
have been
it.
planned by now.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, I would hope so.
But it's just like Avengers Doomsday is starting like pretty soon,
Yeah,
I
and I
imagine
think
as
that's the
well.
next time we're gonna see Doctor Strange.
Yeah, yeah. Same with
So
Spider-Man. Well, I guess Spider-Man 4 could come out before because we have a director now.
before
So
what's Avengers?
before Avengers, yeah.
I guess, but Doctor Strange is not going to be in that. I wouldn't think.
No, yeah.
He
Oh,
was
I'm
in.
just
He
saying
was.
like we have like Avengers Doomsday, but I feel like all the movies coming out beforehand are ones that we know for sure are happening, like Captain America 4 and
Yes. Oh, so
so
you're
like
saying like there's really not enough time to build this plot,
yeah, yeah.
this
Hey,
Doctor Strange
wait,
story.
wasn't John Stewart? I forget the actor's name already. The guy who's
Oh, here
cast
we
as
Wasn't
go.
John Stewart.
here.
Hunter.
He was
Hunter
Wasn't
going
he
to be a
Keffer.
casted as
Blade.
Blade? Yeah,
He
well,
was
he was
cast in
Blade.
Blade. Yeah,
Yeah,
he was not
yeah.
cast as Blade. Yeah.
Yeah, he was gonna be in it. I forgot about that. I wonder if
Have
that's
you forgotten like the actor's name already? He just is John Stewart now in your head.
yeah, it's like how Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man. Like he
Fuck
just
Or
yeah,
Doctor
yeah.
Doom.
You
Yeah.
know when they cast Tony Stark in fucking Doolittle?
Um, I obviously want to see. But what I want to see is because the issue was for Doctor Strange 2, even though I like it, I think it's a fun movie. Raimi was not there from the very beginning, and it was not all. It was kind like even
Mm,
though with COVID they had enough time to kind of redo it for him, he was not there when they were like plotting and planning what this movie was going to be. I don't think. So
yeah.
if we get a Doctor Strange movie, and I would also like for a Doctor Strange movie to be separate from all the big nonsense Avengers stuff.
No,
It's not gonna
100% this
be.
movie will be as tied in. I feel
No,
like
yeah,
it'll be
I know it will be. I'm
so
saying, but I would
completely.
just like an adventure.
Yeah, no,
Um,
we're never getting that.
just the Clea Strange nightmare movie that we didn't get.
Yeah, no,
Sad,
they're not having.
but I would like that.
Sad.
It's sad. I was sad at the time, and you guys told me I was an idiot for being sad.
Yeah.
It would be cool.
Well,
I think they got to do Nightmare though. I think that's the Doctor. I think that if they make Doctor Strange 3, it's got to be about Nightmare.
Nightmare, or they'll
mm,
do Dormammu and like make him like in his body form.
But I think if they did
yeah, I suppose.
Dormammu, he would just be like he would show. I mean, obviously Dormammu would have to show up because Clea's now there. But
They're really gonna have
I
to
think he
do
would.
some legwork to make Nightmare cool.
You think so?
Oh, they
Yeah,
can make him
because
cool.
Nightmare for
Dude, they made
40 years of print has been a
they've made,
joke.
but they've done so. They did that for like every character that used to not be cool. Remember how bro? Have you
He's
ever read a comic with Shang-Chi in it?
no.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
they made him cool.
No, that's
Yeah.
true. That is true. But like, I don't know. His character is sniveling little weakling that deals in the shadows and isn't really like actually scary. He's scary to children, is the point.
But then just make him actually scary. Like I don't see what
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
talking
And with
about.
Sam Raimi, they can't.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
I wish we could get, and I know they wouldn't do it. Like an Evil Dead Raimi Doctor Strange movie. I would love like a blood-soaked, weird, trippy nightmare of a movie for Doctor Strange. But it's
Mm.
obviously got to be a Marvel movie, so it wouldn't be that. But I still would like to see that. Like I kind of wish they could have made a Doctor Strange movie before the MCU got rolling, because that would have been a fucking weird movie, dude.
Oh yeah, that would be, yeah.
That would have been
You think
really
they'll ever
weird.
do Mordo again?
Mordo again. Um,
No more
yeah,
sorcerers.
did Wanda cut his head
No.
off? Is that canon?
No, it's not canon because that's just like an idea that they had.
But does that? But like they never mention Mordo again. They never
It's
mentioned
not
616 Mordo.
it's not mentioned
I mean,
in
we
anything.
haven't
It's just
seen a reason for them to bring him
Yeah,
up since.
because they bring because in Doctor Strange, Two, Strange says to America, "Oh, that's Mordo. He was once my friend, and now he's become a mortal enemy." And it's like, when did he become your enemy?
That's
Mm.
true.
You guys just split up last movie. Like he says, like he's been trying to kill me ever since. When did that happen?
Yeah, because Strange doesn't know that Mordo is killing
Yeah,
sorcerers.
He was also dust for 5 years.
movie ends. Doctor Strange
That's
ends where he
true,
says
yeah.
the bill comes due to Stephen Strange.
Mm.
He never says, "Hey, Strange, I ever see I'm going to kill you." You know, he never does that. They never did that. And I think it's
Yeah,
so strange that in Doctor Strange 2, he goes, "Oh,
forgot
that's
about that.
clearly there's my famous arch nemesis. Everyone remembers our fights."
And when he's like at the end of Doctor Strange 1, when Mordo kills that sorcerer, he's like he has the hood up, like he's trying not to get his face shown.
Yeah.
So it's not like he's like, it's me, Mordo, and I'm gonna kill
No more
every magic
sorcerers.
you. Yeah, yeah. No, he's like trying to be like silent about it. So
Yeah.
that's really
Yeah,
odd.
exactly.
Do you think he
Yeah.
got JD?
Do you think Mordo got JD?
Yeah,
Um, yeah. Why not?
because we haven't heard from him in a while.
I think Nightmare got JD. You don't ever hear just like that screaming outside besides Harper? It's JD.
So
You ever see JD in your dreams just run up to you and like ask to free him? You never get that
no,
before? Okay. That's just
no.
me. Shit, all right. All right.
I guess he's just going to you, man. All right, next news.
Oh, all right, Jesus. All right. Oh, jeez. This guy's pushing me. Uh, this is kind of uneventful news. It's kind of fun. Marvel and DC have both lost the trademark for the word
Oh yeah,
superhero.
yeah.
Did you guys even know they owned the trademark for the word superhero?
No, but I did some research on it, and that's why like The Boys says soups and like how they say like meta humans in The
Yeah,
Flash. And, well, even
Marvel
though
and
they own it,
DC
but
Comics had co-ownership over the word superhero. How the hell was that possible? It's a word. All right, good talk.
Yeah, forgot about it.
All right, moving on.
so I don't know what else to say
Yeah,
to
well,
it.
Here's the thing of news I just saw. This is apparently weeks old, but this is crazy. Quote, it's going to be way bigger than Civil War. Mark Millar planning Marvel return.
no,
Yeah.
no.
Thoughts on
Oh
that?
God,
Quote, it's going to
that
be
news
way
actually
bigger.
killed me.
It's going to be way bigger than Civil War. First of all, literally not possible. It's
Not
not
going to happen yet.
possible for that
Not
to
going
happen.
to happen, but
And
What
sure.
was the
also,
last thing he did at Marvel?
Civil War?
Oh, was it the
Mm,
last thing that he did at Marvel?
I don't think so. I mean, I guess
I
it
have
could
no
be.
idea.
Yeah, I don't know either. I
Like
know he
how
did
long has he
some.
been gone?
He did some Fantastic Four, but I think that was before.
Not long enough, Hunter. Not long enough.
Uh, not long enough. Yeah, he's doing. Here's the thing about what Mark Millar is doing right now. He's got a lot. Obviously, he's got his whole Millerverse. I forget what it's called, the big game universe or whatever, where it's like Wanted and Kick Ass and Jupiter's Legacy and all this stuff. Superior, I think, is one. And he's getting like Jorge Jimenez and Pepe Larraz to draw his books. Like, and they're like going outside of their Marvel DC contracts to do it. And I'm just like, how the fuck is he getting them? Like, he got Pepe Larraz to draw Kick Ass getting Superman's powers and fighting an army. Like, what the fuck? When
I
did that
saw
come?
that. Yeah,
How?
yeah.
When did they have a conversation? Like, I'm just confused on how they were like, oh, I gotta draw Kick Ass. You
And
know,
like, yeah, yeah.
Jorge goes from drawing Batman to drawing Nemesis,
Yeah, the in the white
the
suit.
evil
Yeah.
Batman. Yeah, it's strange. I just think that's strange. Like, I know he's got clout, Mark Millar. I'm sure he's fun to work with because he just says to draw graphic, gory shit that you usually can't draw.
Not
Yeah.
according to Grant Morrison.
Still,
Why?
but it's not fun to work with.
Yeah, remember Grant Morrison fucking hates Mark Millar.
Oh yeah, that is true. Yeah, but to be fair, so do you.
Yeah,
That's true.
exactly.
That's true. Yes, yes.
So I guess a lot of people might. And I know, like,
That is odd, yeah.
I'm trying to think of a
It's
good
because
Mark
there's
Millar
no
book.
other writer in comic book history that trivializes rape more than Mark Millar. He just likes to
What
just
about
put characters through horribly
what about
sexual
Garth
situations.
Ennis?
No, but Garth Ennis is based though, because Preacher rocks.
The
Woo.
boys though?
Ooh. Boo.
Yeah, you sure want to say that about him?
I do like Garth Ennis, but Garth Ennis does have a lot of that in him where it just feels like this is just dick. And actually,
Yeah.
a lot, like 50% of Preacher is that. Like, if someone said to me, Preacher is the worst thing I've ever read, I'd be like, yeah, you're not wrong. Like,
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's any Mark Millar comics I like. I like Kick Ass. It's super mean and nihilistic, but I do like it. But the movie's better. Like clearly the movie's better. But like Civil War sucks. I kind of enjoy his Fantastic Four run, even though again it is mean. There's a guy in that book who's like he's like, oh, he's the secret guy that trained Doctor Doom. So actually he's like Doctor Doom's Doctor Doom, and he kills the thing's Aunt Petunia. I'm like, what? That's like if and he turns her to like skeleton. Like he like dissolves her, and it's like super like sad and graphic. I'm like, dude, what the hell is that about? That's like if Green Goblin like ripped Aunt May in half or something, like super graphically, you know? Um,
That's funny.
Marvel Knight Spider-Man is actually one where Green Goblin does kidnap Aunt May and bury her underground for like 6 months or something. So that's a weird one. That's a Mark Millar story. So I guess
Alive?
yeah, buries her alive. And she does okay, that is at the point where she knows Peter Spider-Man. I was going to say she doesn't question anything. Um but yeah, she does know. I guess that's all the news. Listen, I keep thinking that there's some big ethereal bit of news that we forget
Mhm.
and we've
Mm.
forgotten last week, and I can't find it nor remember it. So I guess we're moving the fuck on. That's
Yeah, so we were supposed to record 20 minutes before, but Tyler wouldn't record because he was like, "We need to find this news that only I remember, but I don't remember it."
but I don't
So I'm
remember what it is.
like,
But
all
I
right.
know that it happened, except I don't know that it even happened.
Was it like the vice president debate?
The vice president, what
Debate?
Debate.
debate? That was a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
Oh, Tyler, I'm like right at the very end of it, so you need to get started on The Shining.
Oh, I was actually going to ask pretty soon.
Are you guys doing a deal there?
Hey,
We're reading The Shining. We're doing a book club of The Shining. You want to
we're doing a
join?
book club on The Shining.
Oh, I've never read The Shining.
Neither have I.
How fast are you gonna read it?
Well, it's going to take me forever. It's going to take me like a good like a year. Not really, but like it is going to take me a while.
I
So
would guess 4 weeks,
yeah, it
4
takes him a
weeks?
month.
and then I'll do Doctor Sleep after that.
Is The
I'm not
Shining
going to
book
read Doctor Sleep.
good? Like, as people have people?
Yeah,
I know the ending's different
yeah, yeah. No, it is
than the
good.
movie.
I
People
think
people praise
the
it.
biggest thing that I've seen about the book is that Jack as a character seems like just less insane off the bat. Like he seems like a good guy and not just like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, this guy is the worst. I can see how he is a fucking nutcase. And I think that is probably more interesting because I think taking a good man and breaking him down into insanity is more
Yeah,
interesting than
Cast
just
Jack Nicholson on the role.
he's
It's hard to
already
I was
do
the
gonna
like,
say,
Joker.
yeah,
Yeah,
I was literally about to say
yeah.
when you get Nicholson though, you gotta just yeah.
And
yeah. No,
the
you,
beginning of the movie when he's doing like the job interview, it's like this guy's insane. He's like, honestly, I could use a little isolation. It's like,
the ending of the movie is better as set up for Doctor Sleep. Tyler, do you know anything? You've seen Doctor Sleep. You've
Yeah,
seen.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just reading the ending right now.
Yeah, let
Yeah,
me
yeah,
just read
yeah.
the ending.
Do
This
you
book
do you,
actually has a chapter of Doctor Sleep in it.
that's cool. Actually, I
Yeah.
wonder if mine does too. Mine actually might because it's a new print. But yeah, that. Oh man, I'm a bit to spoil. I would spoil the book. I
I
can't do
mean,
this.
I love The Shining. Actually, I was gonna say I like it. I love the movie. The
I
movie's
love it too. I
fucking
love it.
I
amazing,
did
right?
too, yeah.
It is.
Mm.
I was thinking about fucking Kubrick, man. It's just like I know, like apparently the whole Shelley Duvall thing was not as true as we were always told to believe it was. Apparently, he was
Mhm.
not so rude and so brutal and
He
so
he, he was
torturous.
like you can watch the behind the scenes footage. He
No, but
was
apparently
an
it wasn't like,
asshole,
but
but
apparently it
like
didn't ruin her life like we said it did.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Um, which I think is a good thing to discern because like everyone always blamed Kubrick for ruining Shelley Duvall's life,
Involves life, yeah, yeah.
which was
I don't
exaggeration.
know.
I'm
I
sure
don't
that
know that
could
I'd
happen,
ever
but
fully. I don't know that I'd ever fully thought that. I don't know why. I just
but it's always
never
it's what
assumed
people
it.
say though.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
was thinking about how Kubrick's got like a movie a genre, and it's like the best movie in that genre. Like fucking Full Metal Jacket is like one of the best war movies. Doctor
Yes,
Strangelove is like a good comedy, like a good satire.
I respect the fuck out of Mike Flanagan for having
Even
the
attempting it.
monumental task of making like specifically a sequel to The Shining, which never had any like Psycho had
A
like
sequel to the
6
Shining
sequels.
movie.
Jaws had 3 sequels. Like all these classic movies had sequels except The Shining. And
Yeah.
he had to merge making a faithful adaptation of Doctor Sleep, which is already inherently different because of the differences between the Shining book and movie, and
Yeah.
also make it a specific like Doctor Sleep, the movie isn't an adaptation of the book. It really is a sequel to The Shining. That
Yeah,
is
it's
ballsy. It's
it's good. Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
And it's
But
fucking
and
good.
it is good. It's very good.
It
Yeah.
is real good.
Ewan.
Ewan is ice the
I like when
goat.
you act, buddy. I like when you
Yeah.
act. Don't do it enough for me, I feel, but I like when he does it.
Yeah. Did you like when he was Black Mask and he got like flung off a thing and blew up or
Fuck.
whatever?
Yes, and I also liked when he was Obi-Wan Kenobi again.
Yeah. 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 Don't bring that up in my presence.
Sorry, buddy.
Yeah.
Fun fact:
Does he have a
Obi-Wan
line?
Kenobi's home planet is called Stew John,
Stu
named
John,
after
yeah.
John
John
Stewart.
Stewart. Yes, it
Which is
is.
fucking sick. I love that.
I'm pretty sure, isn't that just because like John Stewart asked him and he
John
was like,
Stewart asked him, "Yeah, where does
Stu
Obi-Wan
John.
come from?" Yeah,
Yeah.
that's so
But that
good.
is
I love
canon
John
now,
Stewart.
yeah. Um It's so stupid, man. I actually did find another bit of news. This is kind of random, but apparently, do you guys believe the rumor that Spider-Man 4 is going to be called Spider-Man King in Black?
No,
No.
I do believe the report that Null and Venom won't ever face each
I
other.
don't think
in
there's a
Venom
single
3.
comic called Spider-Man King in Black.
No, but so what? I don't think, but that is kind of exactly it. It's like, well, let me think about all the times Spider-Man fought Null. Oh, wait a minute, he literally never did.
They never met.
They never met. It's an Eddie Brock thing. It's a Venom villain.
Yeah. Do you
The
guys think
Geronimo
the
three.
Lantern series is going to be renamed Green Lantern Court of Owls?
Maybe, maybe.
Like, that's basically
yeah.
what it is. It's like
Yeah.
you're taking this street level character and throwing them into a sci-fi, like,
Yeah,
which
and so
happens.
he's fighting a
It does happen with
cosmic
Spider-Man,
god.
but like,
Yeah,
no, of
yeah. The
course
whole
not.
yeah. I'm trying to think of what Marvel characters even met Null. It was like
Not a lot.
Venom,
Thor.
Thor, and the
Thor.
Doctor
Sentry.
Strange, Silver Surfer, like
Yes.
everyone
Oh
that was
yeah,
on the ground.
but only like a handful. Like Captain America
Yeah.
never meets Null and goes like, "Hey, knock it off, you," or whatever he usually does. Like he does that to everyone. He never did that to Null.
Yeah, because he never met him.
It's exactly what I'm saying though. Donny Cates wasn't like, "Oh, and I gotta get a moment where Captain America says something to Null." He's like, "No, I gotta get a moment where Thor knocks Null's jaw off because that's
Yeah.
hard." And
It
it
is
is.
hard.
Yeah.
It is.
But it's like these characters that meet Null, they're more powerful characters than Peter Parker.
I was gonna say, do you think Peter Parker could do anything against Null?
No.
I'm sure Peter
No.
Parker fans would be like, well, if he didn't pull his punches, he could actually destroy Null in
No, he couldn't. No, he
a
couldn't.
nanosecond.
No.
Spider-Man's actually about as strong as Thor when he doesn't, he just holds
When you
back.
what we think about
When
it,
you
he
when we
wields-
think about how crazy it is. No, think about this. The Sentry destroyed Asgard. The Sentry was going to destroy reality itself.
Yeah.
And then Null ripped him in half like it was nothing.
Yes, he did.
And
That was
absorbed the void.
crazy. Yeah, that's right. It's
And he
a good
says,
book, man.
I am the void. Yeah, King of Black is sick. Can we reread King of Black right now, actually, on the podcast live?
Okay, right. Okay,
I have the issues.
And we'll do the penguin
right next to
voices.
you. Oh my god, I thought you were grabbing them. You're grabbing a water bottle.
Yeah, I got me a water bottle. Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, I guess that is the news. We can move on to comics. We got two of them
Yay.
this week. I think what should we do first? We do Ultimates first.
Sure.
Let's do Ultimates first.
It's a smaller book.
Ultimates issue 5. Dennis Camp, Juan Frigeri. And what is the old saying? It's just banger after banger after banger.
Yeah, no, that
after
was
banger.
fucking good. Yeah,
I know.
we're gonna
man.
get called woke for liking it.
I don't
but that's
care.
okay.
What are
I don't
called
care. We
woke
are.
for?
We are.
Yeah, no, we are. Yeah, I agree. We are, but still, I
Um,
can so see the criticism, and the criticism for this book would be so dumb. Although no one really is saying shit, so that's good.
Yeah,
Honestly,
I mean, I
when you
guess
think
not.
about it, it makes sense for this character. Like, okay, Clint Barton isn't Hawkeye, and then Tony Stark appears as like you're
Dude,
gonna shoot bows and arrows. Clint Barton would walk away. He'd be
He's
like,
like,
"What
what
the
are you
fuck?"
talking about?
I loved this character going, oh, my spirit name is Charlie Hawk's Eyes. And I at the time went, oh yeah, it's like Rain Falls in like
It's
Red
like
Dead
meant
Redemption.
to be.
Like,
Yeah,
okay.
it's like, yeah.
Like I get it, I understand the naming
And then at the end,
convention
they
makes
tell
sense. And then
Cap.
at the
He
end,
called you out at
Cap's
the
like,
end.
is that really your name? And he's like, you will fucking believe anything I tell you. And
Yeah.
it got me. I was like,
You
that's
white
good.
people
I
will
like
believe
that
anything.
a lot.
Yeah,
That
I
was good
because
shit.
it is insane to me that this book is so distinctly like what Dennis Camp wants to do with these characters.
Mm.
Like there's no they don't seem to be moderating him at all. You would think that
Mm.
Marvel would not want to do such big, let's say, woke swings with
Yeah.
these
I
characters in
suppose
the
it's
universe.
not
They
really.
would
I
want
can
to
just see
no, but they
like
would want to
anyone
stay. You would
sick.
think they'd want to stay more apolitical. And I know that everyone has always said, especially recently of Marvel, that it's gone woke. And the truth is that the Marvel universe always was. Like
Always,
whatever you
yes.
consider woke is, Marvel was always ahead of the game with it. Um, but the fact that this is so tapping into criticisms about America, and it's
Mm.
not at all being subtle about it, and this is a premiere book.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's awesome. I love it,
I
man. I
really, I
love reading this.
loved the like the circle of this cowboys killing Indians is the quote in the book. I
Yes,
love that kept coming around, and I love Charlie being like, my dad loved those movies, and as fucked up as it is, I
I
loved those
loved
movies.
it.
But like
Yeah, yeah,
now he understands it, dude. The Hawkeye Bowtech thing, this like can just form whatever the fuck he wants at any point, and it will track whatever. That is so overpowered. Like
yeah,
Oh
you
yeah,
don't
no,
actually
yeah, it
need
is.
Clint Barton. You
yeah. I
don't
love
need
that
Clint at
line.
all. Like,
I love that first line to Cat where it just says, "So they sent a cowboy, huh?" Love that. It's just
yeah, oh, dude, it was so
so
good.
good,
This
and
is
it
this.
is
I liked
obviously
this actually more than the last issue, and the last issue had a big lizard in it, so that is high
no, no,
praise. You
no. The
need to
last
remember.
issue had
Oh, Doctor
Doom.
Doom. No, that is a better issue actually.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was one of the
But
best
this
Issue
is
ones.
better than
three.
that. This I liked this more than issue 2 and issue 3. I think
Now two is still, I think, maybe my favorite.
the
Um,
Midas one.
yeah, maybe. I don't know. They're all excellent is the thing.
They are all
The
excellent.
thing,
Yeah.
the one you're thinking of, issue three, where Tony, it has that moment where Tony Stark says, "God loves crabs," and it's just, yeah,
It is,
love that.
and again, it is a banger. That is a 10 out of 10 issue, dude.
Yeah, God loves
Oh
crabs.
my God. They literally fight a radioactive big lizard that is the product of like nuclear testing. It's
Yeah,
made for me.
yeah. But we're doing the classic thing. I guess you could call it a stereotype, but it's not really a stereotype of a Native American character blowing up an oil reserve on their land or
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
But the way that this is framed, Captain America shows up and is talking to them and just being like, "Hey, man, um, just join our team. Just
Yeah, he
we
says
need
something
Yeah.
like
we need
Tony
anyone."
was wrong about one thing that he didn't miss. He says something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's
I'm gonna
just
go tell Tony that he didn't because I really like again, probably biased because it's Tony Stark, but I loved the characterization of Tony in this because he is so racked with that fucking Armor Wars type of guilt where he's like, I took a big swing and people got hurt, and now I need to be responsible for this tech. Otherwise,
yeah,
more people will get hurt. And I love that, like, Tony's young and experiencing like all of this shit still, and Steve's like, all right, I'll sort it out. I'll
yeah.
sort it
Don't
out. It's
worry,
all
kid.
good. And
Jesus
it's cool.
Christ,
Like,
chill.
yeah, just chill, chill, chill. It's all right. It's all right. It's all
Yeah,
right.
I like that too. I like I this was kind of funny. It's very early on in the issue. I think it's silly that Tony has something like this, but Tony mentions that
Oh, the
he
hero
ran Hawkeye's
index thing.
number, yeah, and they have a heroism score and a villain potential index. I just think
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
kind of silly, but I like the idea
Yeah,
that
well, it
Tony's
is because
running
Cap is just
everyone
like
through
Tony,
it.
like, yeah, Tony stalled.
Yeah, some things aren't
Yeah.
captured in numbers, Tony. Yeah, I like that. Tony's just like, how likely is this person to turn evil? Okay. Like runs everyone by that. That's so
It's like
goofy.
this
But that
guy's
is
like a 10% chance or
yeah, but
something.
yeah, but the
Yeah.
thing is that is like if Tony Stark were a teenager, that is
He
definitely
would do
something he would
that.
do. Like, I gotta
Yeah.
make sure this guy's not gonna turn evil. But adult Tony Stark's
Yeah.
like, I'll deal with it if he does turn evil. You
Yeah,
know?
he should be fine. It's fine. I'll
Yeah,
work with him. It's all good. It's
exactly.
like,
And if he does turn evil, I'll just blow him up. Doesn't matter.
yeah, yeah.
But this one is like, I gotta make sure. This one's the coming up with all these contingency
His evil
plans.
level is over 2%, Cap. You don't understand.
You don't understand. Yeah, it says he might, maybe very little
Do you think
chance to
that's
become
set up
evil.
so that later in the book he'll run himself through it as he's losing track
Or I was
more and
going to
more
Kang.
before he becomes
Maybe. Or
Kang?
Doom through it.
Yeah. That's a good
Read,
one.
and he's
Yeah.
like, oh, they do the page where it's like villain percentile, like average 99%, and then
Hmm.
Doom is like right behind him. It's like, hey,
Yeah,
Tony,
I
what
was
you
just
doing?
about to say he's
Yeah.
right behind him.
Tony,
Yeah,
what you
yeah.
doing? Oh, nothing.
He
99%. What is
blows
that?
his
It
head
says,
off in that moment. That'd be
it says you're
sick.
99% awesome, dude. Like, hanging out with you.
Love the mask, bro.
Yeah.
Sick.
Um,
99% chance that you're gonna be a pretty cool guy
yeah,
today.
99% chance that we're gonna win the battle for the world. Yeah.
He's like
Do you like that
direction sweat.
this book is just like an anthology book, really, isn't it? Because every issue
They
they
were
have
just
to go,
collecting
It's
such and
characters.
different,
such is
yeah.
off doing this, and we're doing this mission now.
That's
Like,
Yeah,
why.
like this was the Hawkeye one. Next issue is the He Hulk one.
No, the next, but that's why the next issue is going to be so interesting because it feels like this is the moment where
It's a
we
villain.
have at least this bit of characters on the table. We're gonna deal with them
mm,
all together. Like
yeah,
this is
because
the
Hulk says, like, we're
incursion
gonna wipe them
point.
out.
Like this is what I thought this last issue of Ultimate Spider-Man was going to be. But I think this next issue of Ultimates actually will be it, where they actually have to deal with the consequences of their actions.
Mhm.
Like they're building this team, but there is a regime around the world that is the entire purpose of it is to make sure that this does not happen. You know,
Mm.
like I forget when it was, but when Tony at some point in this universe described it as that the maker had turned the moral axis of the universe. It's not just that he took away everyone's powers, it's that he like made it so that this is a world where good does not triumph over evil.
Yeah.
And so the idea that they are these renegades, the ultimates, that they're underground insurgents and they're fighting a rebellion against the powers that be that are making it so that this world sucks is obviously like that's the plot of the book, but it's also just like it is so cool. It is so interesting. It is so fun to see our heroes against the wall in ways that they usually never would be. The Avengers in the main universe are the man. The Avengers are the top of the food chain. They're the top cops. And I know Carol Danvers recently said they're more firefighters than cops, but like they're the top. They are Earth's, first defense.
Mightiest heroes.
Yeah. But in this, it's like, no, they are the rebellion group. They're the insurgents. They're the underground. They have to hide because they're afraid of what's going to happen to them. Like, I just think that's so interesting. And I guess, and especially in juxtaposition to Mark Millar's Ultimates, where again,
Yeah.
they were the man, they worked for the government. They were like this government strike force. This could not be more opposite to that. It's so
Yeah,
cool.
you are right. Yeah.
So fucking cool. I love it.
Do you think next issue Hulk's gonna start attacking them, and then Tony's gonna be like, "Wait," and he's gonna take out like one of those target scanners and go beep on the Hulk and look, and everyone's gonna
100%.
crowd around and look and be like, "100% evil."
Oh
And
no.
Hulk's gonna
Oh, you're
scream.
for real? Yes, I do think that's going to
I
happen.
want
That's
him to like
brilliant.
scan people to see they're evil before
Yeah,
they
the
fight.
maker comes back. He's like, wait.
The thing just explodes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I also want him to like every time there's a like evil is more than 60%, he doesn't like get ready to fight, he gets scared. He's like,
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh
He
god.
goes to tell Captain America about it. Cap.
he starts running away.
There's even a 1% chance.
Wow, that's funny, man. I like that. I love this version of Tony. He is so like you could not hang out with this guy. He's so like like Tony Stark, adult Tony Stark, 616 Tony is
Yeah.
put together. He's got the facade.
I was gonna
Like
say, he's got the
this is how he
confidence,
feels
yeah.
underneath everything, but he's never going to
Yeah.
show you that. But this version
Yeah.
of Tony's just like, Jesus Christ, Steve, I can't do this anymore. Like this
Yeah,
is
he's like, I'm
real.
so neurotic. Yeah.
This is freaking me out. He's like, I'm sorry, I just can't. Like, I gotta fix the Human Torch. I gotta do all this stuff. It's
Yeah,
it's
that's
just
right.
getting to me, man.
Did you
And
end
I
up
love-
reading that free comic book day one, Hunter?
Where they get the Human Torch.
Yeah,
You gotta
no,
read it.
no, I didn't.
You gotta
still,
read it.
still didn't. God damn it.
They have mentioned it finally, which is good.
Oh, important part of this. Roberto DaCosta is a prick.
Mm.
Your boy is a prick, Tyler.
Yes, he is. That's totally a Hickman thing. I know Hickman loves that character. Yes, he's a prick, and he owns an oil company, and he's he's the one to get that's bottom line is getting fucked over by this. I love it. I really wonder if there is going to be a twist with this Hulk though. Like, is it not
yeah.
Bruce Banner?
They keep calling him Banner, don't they?
But they call him Banner
call him
though.
They do call him
Like
Banner.
there's this theory that his dad is the Hulk, and his dad obviously is like the worst guy ever. You saw Ang Lee's the Hulk. He turns into clouds.
My only point of reference. Yes.
Yeah. In 616, Bruce Banner's dad, David Banner, kills his mom, and then kills Bruce's mom, and then Bruce and him fight over his mom's grave, and then he kills his dad. So it's like,
hell yeah.
That's
the dream, isn't it?
That's the Hulk. Like, no wonder he didn't just die when he got hit by Gamma, and he turned into a big like ball of rage because he's been living with that, dude.
Yeah, no,
That's
that
fun
would
though.
do it, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but
Why
I
do you
love it.
leave? Oh, he's back.
Ultimates is so good. Uh, our other issue, I guess the really
Absolutely.
big issue. This honestly did not think it might be, but this feels like it could be one of the biggest, if not the biggest, comic of the year.
Yeah,
Mm.
so I went to a comic store that's pretty big near my place, and it was completely sold out within 2 hours after going
Absolute
there, and
Batman.
they had quite a few issues too. And it's selling out everywhere online. There's reports online that this is like selling like crazy. So
Yeah,
DC is actually like
Obviously.
good on them. They're actually selling a book.
two
It's
hundred
another
thousand
Batman book.
pre-orders. It is another
Yeah.
Batman book written by Scott Snyder. To be fair,
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. So it's
but
Exactly,
not
Hunter.
like, oh, this
but
is
it
new, but
is but it is set like this. That's crazy numbers. That's
it's
that's
selling
that's
like crazy.
yeah,
And people are
bigger.
talking like casual fans are getting into this. People that haven't been in comics for a while are getting into this.
Yeah,
Like this is big.
yeah.
You know
Speaking
what?
of big,
So is
I
Bruce.
don't I don't think I don't think this book deserves it.
deserves it. Why?
No, I'm lying. I loved it. I
It
actually
was
loved it.
so
I
good.
loved it. I
It
thought it was
was
amazing.
so damn
It was
good.
really cool,
It
I
was
yeah.
thought it was
awesome.
actually amazing.
It
Yeah,
was good,
I
yeah.
I loved
I
it.
was reading it right before, like, you sent me the link, Tyler, and I was on like the last 4 pages, and I was like, "Fuck off!" Like, I need to finish this.
Yeah, no, it's first of all like the cover, right? This is such a
Mm,
controversial image now. Um,
Well,
and
it got people talking about
the
it and
logo
sharing.
and everything, it's
mm.
so it is crazy to look at. This is not your daddy's Batman,
Yeah,
Um,
He's 24 years old too.
yeah,
yeah,
but then
yeah. I
yeah,
know, I
he's
know.
I'm younger than him, luckily,
I'm
but
significantly
they
older
show his
than him.
mugshot. He was born in 2004, which means I am older than him.
Oh,
Does
that's
that mean that
weird.
this is
Wow,
in
28.
2028? I don't know what that means.
Yeah,
That could just be a mishap or something. But can we talk about the Nick Dragota of it all?
so
Because
cool.
like,
It looks so beautiful.
yeah, it, it is so. This book looks incredible.
It
This
actually,
book
like, the
looks,
start of it, the flashbacks of him at the zoo. I could have thought that was Capullo. Like, it
yeah,
felt like I
It
was back
was, yeah, it
in New
was
52.
similar,
Yeah,
yeah.
like the eyes, when there's the wide eyes that are
Yeah.
really blue and really
yeah.
detailed. Yeah.
I love Scott Snyder. Obviously, he's one of the very few writers to do this and just have like at least three standout Batman runs. This one included. I mean, I could go down the drain, obviously, but like he got Detective Comics. He had the New
Oh
52
yeah, you're right.
run.
Yeah,
He's
there it
got
is, yeah.
this now, and it's just like,
He
how the
also had All
hell
Star
Yeah, he
Batman,
also
right?
had
Which
All-Star,
he
wasn't.
did
which
All Star
was
Batman, yeah, which
terrible.
nobody read.
Nope.
Buddy
I read
I
it. It
did.
was
buddy
not
I
good.
buddy
did. I didn't
comedy
like
with
it.
Two Face. Is that it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was,
Yeah.
yeah, for one arc and then just got
Yeah.
it and then there was
And then it
Um,
was Mr. Freeze
All-Star.
after that, and it
but
sucked
Mr.
like
even
Freeze,
harder.
yeah.
he
Yeah.
has such a good command over this character that like I know we said, oh, it's kind of boring. You get him, he's already done Batman, but I guess he would know how to best reinvent it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think this is such an interesting new version of Batman. We've gotten so many new versions of Batman. There's a million billion versions of Batman out there, and somehow this one does feel like something we haven't seen before.
I'm gonna
Like
say a
this,
Yeah.
stupid thing. I
It's
remember
it's so
thinking this
different, but it's
before.
still Batman.
I
yes,
remember
Sorry.
thinking this before the podcast, and I was like, "You guys are gonna like be like, okay, what's the point of bringing up that comparison?" But it felt like Daredevil to me because, like, he's more down on his luck. He's not rich. He's boxing. He's training. He's got
yeah,
a close net of like low socioeconomic friends, and
yes.
he's just trying to do his best for his city. It felt very
Well,
Daredevil.
they
And then when he started fighting people, he's like, I will chop off a hand. I'll stab someone in the
yeah.
chest, but I'll make
He's
sure
more
not to kill
brutal.
them. I was like, oh, he is Daredevil. Like he really
Yeah.
is. Like,
Well,
he
it
would
is
do that.
Spider-Man by way of like Peter Parker, where it's like, what if his or
Yeah.
Batman by way of Peter Parker, I mean, where it's like,
Yes.
what if his life just sucked? What if
Mm.
like what if
Well, his life
it
doesn't seem to suck per
no, not
se. Like,
It
necessarily,
doesn't
but it is
suck,
just
yeah, but
in
he's like,
comparison to Prime Earth Batman.
mm,
Obviously, the point of this whole universe is that this is like this is a Batman where none of his advantages exist. He's not born rich. He's
his dad's
his
a
dad was a teacher.
teacher.
Yeah, Thomas
Yeah.
Wayne was a teacher.
And his mom's a
And
politician.
so
yeah.
yeah, his mom's a senator, something like that.
Yeah. I thought that she said social work initially, but now she's
Maybe.
like, yeah.
Yeah. Well, because that's another interesting thing about it is that his mom is alive. Martha's alive.
Yeah,
Thomas
that's right.
died in a shooting at the zoo, but Martha Wayne is alive. I and this could be wrong, but I feel like even though it is such an obvious idea, I feel like that is the first time we've really seen something like that, where Batman exists, but he hasn't lost
Oh,
both of his
but
parents,
yeah, you're
you
Mm.
right.
know? And it's like maybe we didn't do that before because we all just assumed it had been done, you
Because
know?
that his
Yeah,
origin is
that's very true.
his
Yeah,
parents
it's
dying.
Yeah.
integral to his character that both of
It
his parents
is.
die in the alley, but
Well,
this is
actually,
a
I guess in
backwards
Earth
universe.
Prime, his parents are alive. They're just in the Spawn universe. So,
Just in Spawn Batman 3, they're stuck in there.
yeah, don't you remember that?
No. Whose
At the end of
parents?
Spawn and Batman by Todd McFarlane last year, it's just like it was revealed that Spawn's mom and Batman's mom swapped universes.
What?
You don't remember? We talked about it on the podcast.
Yeah, but
Yes.
like I so much in my life has happened for me to not remember that. That's insane.
That
Yeah,
was Batman
it's
Spawn
not
3.
canon, but that's what Todd McFarlane did. It said to be continued question mark, but it didn't sell very well. So,
What?
so a lot of people, everyone's reaction was like, "Wait, are you saying that Martha's?"
That's like
Yeah.
that great Howard the Duck heist. You guys know about that?
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. How they got the
Where
real Howard the Duck back, the
Steve
creator of Howard the
Gerber
Duck.
yeah, created, oh my god, one of these pages just came loose. Oh no. Steve Gerber
Oh,
created Howard the Duck. This is
hmm.
such a random side tangent. And then Marvel Comics obviously swooped him up because he's a Marvel Comics character. And then he created another Duck character in another comic
Yeah.
book publisher. And then that character had a crossover with Howard the Duck.
And then they
In
swap.
the story, they made a million clones of Howard. And then in the Howard the Duck side of it, they show that Howard, oh, actually, he just makes it home safe and he's in the Marvel universe again. But in the other version of it, they show him grabbing the real, actual version of
Yeah.
Howard the Duck and taking him
And
back to
bringing
his
him.
own universe.
Yeah.
So the version of Howard
I
the Duck
didn't
we
know
have in
that.
616 is the
Is
clone
not.
Howard.
Yeah. That's
It's
so
Like,
actually
funny.
really
yeah,
funny.
it's like, yeah, the spy mission by the creator to take back his creation. Fuck
Yeah.
yes.
Yes, I like that.
Awesome.
But yeah,
Um,
that's the
that's what
Spawn
Todd
universe.
did.
I think they're going for like a comedian being alive in Doomsday Clock, where it's just like, or they're doing not that more like Kal-El being alive for a little bit in Rebirth. How he just like he's around on Earth for a while, but he's probably gets teleported right when he dies, anyways.
Oh, you mean like old
Oh no, not Kal-El,
pre-crisis?
Jor-El, sorry,
Oh, dude,
Jor-El.
3 layers of you messing that up, dude.
Sorry, the
Could
three
not understand
Jokers
what you
and the three Jokers.
Jor-El.
Jor-El, how Jor-El
Yes.
lived. And he
Yes.
was on Earth the whole time, but then they just kill him off by sending him back in time to the moment he died in the place that
Well,
he was
that is
supposed to die.
also you were right with the
That's right. Yeah.
comedian in Watchmen thing.
Yeah,
In the
yeah,
Doomsday Clock.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
That's canon.
Hated
That's
that.
canon. That's
I
canon.
hated, dude, that I hated that in Doomsday Clock. That
Yeah.
is the most egregious part of that book. Bring back the comedian, go,
Why?
why? Then put him
Yeah.
back to the moment right before he fucking died. Like that's terrible.
Um,
That's cool.
Anyways,
though.
Batman.
Yeah,
Alfred.
Batman.
This version of
Alfred Al
Alfred.
Ghul?
Yeah.
Alfred Al Ghul. You because he just looks like
Yeah,
Ra's
he
al Ghul.
looks like
Yeah.
He does actually even like the spike of the hair and the hairline.
Yeah,
and
the
the beard,
spike
you're
hair with
right.
the grays on the side,
Alfred. So
same
the whole
facial hair.
impetus behind this story is that Alfred Pennyworth is a spy, and he's been
Which is true.
yes, in the comics he was a former spy. Or if you watched Pennyworth, the origin of Batman's butler, for 3 seasons on Max, then you would also see his spy work. But yeah, he's a spy. He was a former spy, but in this he's like a current spy. He's old man, so he's maybe getting a little too old for this shit. But he's sent to Gotham because like
I get that reference now. I watched Lethal Weapon last night.
I've never watched Lethal Weapon.
It's all right. It's all right.
But because Gotham is so horrible. The murder rate in Gotham has gone up 700%.
700%. Yeah, I know. I saw that number. I was like, what?
700%.
Like,
That means every person's being killed every day.
Yeah, like in the Penguin, they go, "Oh, crime's gone up like 40%." It's like, wow, that's a lot. In this, it's 700.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah.
And I love that.
And like they do the press conference, and Jim Gordon's like, "Oh, I got nothing, guy. Like I really got
And
nothing."
then he just gets
Just
shot.
this whole time, he's like, "Ah."
Yeah, and then he just but this is what I mean by like this universe is tilted towards evil.
Yeah.
Much like the Ultimate Universe, these are the exact same things. This is a universe where the devil has created it, so his influence is felt everywhere, right?
Yeah.
And so this is a Gotham where, even though regular Gotham's already shitty, what does like a devil-made Gotham look like? Like it's
Yeah.
actual literal hell. So, and we have a Batman that is not as well equipped to face it, except
we talk
that he's
about-
9 feet tall.
Yes, no, but can we also talk about that? Like when he was a kid, he did this engineering project about like bridges that were
Yes.
based off of like bat wings, and now he's based his cape off of that, and it's like this weirdly mechanical,
Yeah, well, it can
geometric
like
thing that can he
harden and
can
stuff.
stand on. He can like pull. I was gonna say pull people off. He can
Yes.
pull
The hammer pulled you
people
off.
away. He can put the hammer pull you off.
The hammer rode you on your
Yeah.
pick. Yeah, he could grab people by the neck and
It's
chuck them
cool,
with it.
yeah.
Yeah,
It is
it's like
super
it's
cool.
sort of alive, but I like that they described that it's like no, this is a thing that he actually like invented as a kid and has just mechanically worked on like
Yeah, this
over
book
time to become this insane cape that can like kind of do anything.
it's
It's
kind of like a
fucking
spawn
cool.
cape, honestly. It's kind of like
It
spawn
is like a
cape.
spawn cave. It
His
really is.
ears
Yeah.
also
You
come
guys
out
know
of
where
knives and
Spawn's mom
he can
is?
I loved when he took the big ears out and
Yeah,
he
it's
still
like
had little
daggers.
ears. But I
yeah,
love that he
Yeah.
had little ears still. I thought it was cool as. Yeah.
non-fatal but he is murdering these people. Let's be clear. He is
Oh,
stabbing them.
he's
He's
stabbing them.
not
He's chopped a
murdering them.
hand off. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, again, he's Daredevil. It's
The
like I'm
moment
not gonna
though,
kill you, but I've maimed you to the point of near death.
yeah. Is he still alive? Yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
the moment where he pulls out the axe handle, attaches it to his logo, and his logo is an axe that he uses to chop a guy's hand off,
Hand off. Yeah.
is
It was,
metal
it
as
was fucking.
fuck. Like that's the
It
only way to
was so
describe it.
cool. It was
It
so
is
cool. Yeah.
metal as fuck. And it is again, it's a Batman where he's not gonna necessarily kill you, but I don't need to save you either. He doesn't really
Either.
care if you
Oh,
live, you
yeah.
know?
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
And it's like this guy, and I feel like this is going to be his arc. This guy's like way too dangerous to be
Yeah.
Batman,
Yeah.
and his arc, I guess facilitated maybe by Alfred, will just be chilling the fuck out. And I think it's very Robert
Yeah.
Pattinson Batman
Mhm.
to like an nth degree because he's chopping people's hands off. But I want to see this Batman become more of a hero, and I think that's really cool. And I wonder if we're gonna go through that kind of arc where he's got to be a symbol to Gotham, or what Gotham even thinks of him. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
because you would not look up to this guy.
They said like Alfred's
I kind
boss
of would. I
mentions
think
like,
he's
oh,
sick.
we've had reported sightings of him. So I feel like he's still like kind of a myth to
Yeah, he's
Gotham.
still. I mean, he's so young. He's
Well,
24
like
years old.
after he beats those people up outside of the courthouse, though,
He's
like
public
all of the
now.
news is talking about him. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love that in this access tilted reality, the one of the 15th richest people in the world is the fucking Joker. I think that is
Yeah.
hilarious.
Well, and
That's
that this version of
crazy.
Joker, and I think this is kind of silly. Honestly, that was the one part where I was like, eh.
That's the one
What,
part that I didn't
that
like.
he
Yeah.
doesn't laugh. I like that
Yes.
that he doesn't laugh at anything. That's why they call him the yeah, okay, whatever. But
Do you
like I
like
like that
that they
he's
called him
rich.
Arthur and Jack? Good little
Oh, they
references.
did. Oh, they did say that.
Oh my
They
God, they
too.
did. I didn't.
I
didn't
read
pick
those
up on
fucking
that?
names and didn't think. You know, I thought about Jack Napier. I did not think about Arthur
Arthur
Fleck.
Fleck.
I did not think about Arthur Fleck. He's already exited my mind.
Yeah.
My
Have
God.
you a
The,
joke for us, Arthur?
so good, man. It just is
Yeah.
awesome. And like I guess we could have expected that. I love when he
Him
shoots Alfred in
modifying
the
Alfred's
face.
shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he modifies
Shoots
his
Alfred in the
shotgun,
face with a
he's
bunch
like,
of
"You're not a
batarangs.
killer," and he's just like, shoots him anyway. It's
So
awesome.
horrible.
My
Yeah, this
God.
guy is
Oh, and
unfucking hinged.
he's besties with
Killer Croc. And
Killer
and
Croc
that's another thing. Yeah,
and
he
the
grew up.
Penguin.
He grew up with all of his villains. I love that
Yeah.
little
Yeah,
moment.
Penguin, Catwoman.
Where's that picture?
I like they
Riddler.
call he says like Oz is our boy. Like they're like all
Yeah.
besties. It's
Love
so
that
nice,
panel. It's
yeah.
so cute. All of them.
Yeah, that is
Again,
cute,
that's something
yeah.
we've never seen before. Batman growing up alongside his villains.
Yeah.
I like that there's kind of a bait and switch at the beginning where we see this guy beating on the sandbag and he's like, no fear, no
Oh,
weakness. And then
yes.
he looks like normal, regular Bruce Wayne. And then
Yeah.
a giant shows
Giant
up.
Bruce Wayne comes in, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's like, no, actually, I'm Batman.
I like
Yeah.
that too. I liked that too. And he's like, oh sorry, Bruce. Do you
Yeah. I love that he's so gigantic. I think it's awesome.
It wasn't
wanna
like
see-
distracting. Like he's just
Yeah.
is huge.
Yeah, it's just like what if Batman was the mountain? You know?
Yeah.
What if Batman was Bane? He just looks so cool. I think he looks so cool, you know?
Mm,
And
I agree.
that is the Nick Dragotta of it all. I think it's so crazy that Marvel got Nick Dragotta to draw that issue of Spider-Man where Gwen Stacy showed back up, and everyone collectively went, "Oh, this guy, this did not look right. Looks off. He's not the right guy for the story." But then DC gets him and goes, "Give him a flagship book, let him draw the shit out of
Yeah.
it." And it's just
Yeah,
like,
you put you
what the
on absolute Batman. It's gonna be the highest selling comic of the fucking year.
yeah,
Like,
and it's because that's kind of a thing that I don't understand about the way that Marvel does this, where it's like I was thinking about this today, and we have talked about this before, obviously, but it's like Marvel versus DC in terms of talent.
mm,
You mentioned a Dan Mora. Dan Mora is at the top of the game right now, right?
yeah,
Dan Mora
Yeah, yeah,
is the
give me more
superstar
of that.
artist in comic books, right?
yeah,
Yes. And you can name 10 Dan Moras that DC has. Jorge Jimenez, Jorge Fornes, Daniel Sampier, any of these like
You actually
10,
have made a good point. Yeah,
any of these 10 out of
that
10
that
artists.
is a good point.
And Marvel's best artist, who's probably Marco Cicchetto, is
Mm.
like three. Dan Mora is like three of him. And it's not that they're
yeah.
like comparable art wise. I think they're probably as good as each other art wise. But in terms of like the cloud it carries, Dan Mora, Jorge, DC's got them, and
And
Marvel
yet,
Yeah.
just has
all of their
like
books are shit.
But
Isn't that
also,
special?
Dan Mora is doing two ongoings a month, and
yes.
then Marco Cicchetto can do three books, and then he needs three issues, and he needs a break.
Well, that
So
is
You know what
that
is the
might
biggest fucking betrayal of all time is putting like a Dan Mora cover for that fucking Justice League Godzilla comic book, and it's not him.
that's how they
That
get
is
you
the
though.
that is the biggest. That
that is
cover is
how they
so
get you.
good. There's the biggest fucking betrayal in
Yeah, that
history.
is. But I feel like that is such an issue that Marvel has, where it's like, what are the superstar creators over at
Tyler, I don't know
Marvel?
if you know this. They're a comic company, man. They've got heaps of them.
Issues, huh? This guy's fucking bad.
Oh, sorry. I guess Joker doesn't laugh now.
Yeah,
No,
sorry.
he doesn't laugh. No, no, no.
But I
But
can't
it's
believe they
like,
say Jack or Arthur.
Yeah, I
yes,
can't believe I missed that. That's a
I
Yeah.
just
huge
wonder
miss.
like why. I just always wonder why Marvel doesn't get some of these fucking guys. Like when Once in Future came out, and you could look at that art and you go, Dan Mora is the next comic superstar, clearly. You know, when he's doing Power
He
Rangers
already is,
covers
yeah.
in like 2019, and everyone knew that this guy was going to inherit the company, like inherit the industry. I don't understand why Marvel's not jumping on these guys. It really kind of bothers me, man. I don't understand why. Like, I love
Mhm.
Valerio Shitty.
They've got Capullo because Capullo's coming home, allegedly.
Yes, because Capullo's home
That's what he
because he
said.
drew Quasar in the 90s, it turns out.
Yeah, yeah, like yeah. That's what you're known
But
for, Greg.
but you know what I mean? It's like think about the kind of talent that DC has on their biggest books, where it's Joshua Williamson and Dan Mora on Superman, Tom King and Daniel Sampere on Wonder Woman, Mark Waid and Dan Mora on Justice League, and Chip Zdarsky and Jorge Jimenez on Batman. And at
Is that what's
Marvel,
coming up? Is that what's
yeah,
coming up? These
yeah, that's
books
our.
could suck though.
They could suck, but why would they? Think about those
No, they
names.
would. No, they probably wouldn't. But you're also describing DC, the choices
That's
they've made
true.
now that are
Sure,
about to pay
but
off,
think about
not the
this though.
decisions they've made for the last fucking
Think
5
about
years.
the biggest book at Marvel, and how it's still Zeb Wells
Ultimate
and John
Spider-Man.
Romita Jr.
Oh.
Yeah, that is
Amazing Spider, you know.
disgusting.
And
That is
sure, yeah,
disgusting.
yeah.
But it's because it's
Hickman and
Spider-Man.
Chichetto is like a blockbuster team, but that's like the only blockbuster team at Marvel.
But
It's
it's
kind of
also Spider-Man. That's why it's the
I
biggest.
know, but like Avengers, and I
You could
love
put me
Valerio,
on art for Spider-Man, it would
and it
still
would
sell.
sell. It's true, yeah. I love Valerio. I love him doing Avengers, but
Yeah.
they need a Dan Mora is basically my point. Is like they need someone like that on that level, and I just wonder if it's because Marvel doesn't care as much. Like they never let their guys really go ape shit, and that's what kind of think why Ultimates is so cool. It's because they're letting
I was gonna
Dennis
say, it
Camp
feels
go
like
ape
yeah, the
shit.
biggest things are in the Ultimate Universe. I feel like I'm disagreeing with your point, but my level of disagreeing is only coming from like two Ultimate comics.
Yeah, but think about how like I'm trying to think of the last time Marvel had a book where it was clearly just an artist went, I just want to do whatever, and it was probably Doctor Strange Fall Sunrise, right? And that's a
Yeah,
masterpiece
yeah,
of a
yeah, yeah.
book. But like
That is a
DC puts out like two or
masterpiece.
three of those a year, books like that where they just let a guy go crazy. You know, I think it's
Yeah,
weird. I think it's weird.
yeah.
I really think it's odd.
Defenders as well.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Defenders, Ewing does a lot of those
Yeah,
books.
yeah.
It's older, but Silver Surfer Black would
Silver
be up
Surfer
there too.
Black,
Yeah.
yeah, but it's rare. It's more rare
Yeah.
for Marvel. Marvel puts out your monthly books, but they never shoot for the moon anymore. I feel, you know, like they never like obviously Ultimate Spider-Man, Ultimate's barring all that. I feel like they're not really like aiming
You
for
could
something
argue you could
higher. They're
argue Blood
comfortable.
Hunt and just like the whole R-rated thing of that. It was
It's
just fuck
fun.
it, like you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Just
but
fuck it. Make it as
okay,
gruesome as
I was
possible
actually
and then make a
thinking
version
about
that's not.
Pepe, who I think
Yeah,
Pepe
I
could be my favorite at Marvel. I think he is
agreed.
incredible. I love
He
him
is
so much
incredible.
ever since
Frog.
how yes, Pepe the Frog, buddy.
Oh my
Pepe
gosh.
Larraz.
Wow.
Um Pepe Larraz, ever since House of X, I was just like enamored with this guy's work. But again, you need like five Pepe Larrazes before you get to one Dan Mora.
And there are artists out there that are willing to do it. It's just Marvel has such a strict policy for because they're at the top. So it's just like, oh, you got to be the best of the best, get here. And but they don't want to risk hiring someone that isn't.
But but like then why the fuck is Greg Land still drawing your books?
Oh, it's a yeah, yeah,
He
yeah.
probably has dirt on someone. Like,
You think so?
Yeah, no,
But
you
what dirt
might be
could he have
right.
on like what's his name? CB Sobolski, right? That we don't have already. We already know he pretended to be Japanese.
Yeah, he
So what does
pretended
it
to be a
matter?
Japanese guy.
oh yeah.
That's right.
So it's like what could he possibly know? I'm thinking about this. Fucking
That is fucking
Wolverine.
crazy. Sorry, that's so, so
Akira
funny.
Yoshida.
Like,
For the
what are you
uninformed listening to this,
doing?
the
Yeah, you
current
should tell this
the
story real quick.
current editor in chief at Marvel, one of the guys running Marvel Comics right now is. I'm just gonna make sure I know what position he
You're
is. I
checking
didn't put it.
you're checking the latest
He's
Ultimate
he's
issue
the
to get
editor
his
in chief.
name.
He's
Yeah.
100% the editor in
Editor in
chief.
chief, CB Sobolski.
Yeah.
Yes. When he got into Marvel Comics, pretended that his name was Akira Yoshida and that he was a Japanese man because he knew that they would give him an easier entrance into the company. And then
Oh
when that
my
came out, he
God.
went, "All right," and that was it. And he's editor in chief right now.
Yeah.
That came out before he was editor in chief, and he's
Yeah,
editor in
it's
chief
nuts.
right now
He
based
did
on that.
he did apologize, but it's also like a thing that is so random that a normal person would not think of doing that to begin with. You
Yes,
know what I
yeah.
mean?
And he just sucks. He also just sucks. So yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
like Greg Landrew in Wolverine versus Predator, right? Which is an awesome book and was a big book. It sold really well. But also in that book, I was thinking about issue 2 has Hayden Sherman drawing one little chapter of it, and Hayden Sherman is now going to go on to draw Absolute Wonder Woman, and everyone is freaking out about Absolute Wonder Woman because it's like that's also probably going to sell out. It's also going to sell an insane amount. People are going to love that book, and it's like you're just why is Hayden Sherman drawing 5 pages of Wolverine Predator, and DC gives them Absolute Wonder Woman? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sorry, my cats are battling.
His cats are battling, he says.
Dude, I just found this photo again.
Oh my God.
It's him with fucking Zach Levi, bro.
How the hell did you find that?
Explain. Explain this.
The picture of Hunter and
Explain this right now.
How the hell did you find that?
Explain this.
Where did you just find that?
Explain that.
You explain for Spotify and Apple?
For Spotify listeners, it's a photo of Hunter Murray flexing and going, yeah, in front of Zachary Levi.
He's
at
doing
some
like a
convention.
Shazam lightning.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
doing the Shazam pose, and Zach Levi is doing the Superman pose.
I guess.
Just look, best friends.
I totally forgot.
He's
that
about to
happened.
remove that from his fucking Instagram, bro.
I think I am.
I'm screenshotting it now.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
You
on the
get it while you
podcast
can.
anyway.
Yeah, get it while you can. No, it's fine.
Oh no, you can't, because the other one is you with fucking Samwise Gamgee, bro.
I
You can't.
know. Why isn't that the first one? Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
you like Shazam.
you just flash your.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm private. Yeah, that's fine.
Holy
Man.
shit, God, bearded hunter is the incel energy radiating off of that face is fucking crazy.
Yeah. Why
Sorry,
are you
anyway.
going through this right now?
I was looking for a photo on your Instagram so I could make you absolute Batman in the thumbnail.
You can just ask me to send a picture.
Hey Hunter, could you send me a selfie?
Yes,
love
later.
Absolute Batman it was so good, wasn't it? Just
It was awesome. Yeah, I'm very glad that I read it for this show, and that's the only reason I read it.
I really want to
Superman's
see
the one I'm looking forward to most, but Wonder Woman, I was gonna say before my cats started battling that Wonder
think
Woman's doing the
Superman looks the
thing that I
sickest.
feel like I need to be more of a fan of Wonder Woman because I'm like I love when you mix these fantasy characters with like modern superheroes. That's why I love Aquaman and Thor so much because they
Mm.
are very much fantasy characters.
Yeah.
But I don't really care for Wonder Woman comics because she is a fantasy character in a modern world, but she only has modern world stories. She's not really fighting minotaurs and going through labyrinths and stuff and
Yeah,
going to
sure. Yeah,
royalty
yeah.
and stuff like that.
Mm.
She's dealing with
But
bank
that's I
robbers and
guess
stuff
that's
like
the
that
point, right? She's supposed to be the bridge
and the
between.
military. Yes, exactly. But like Aquaman, he's fighting like these massive like kaijus underwater, and
Yeah.
Thor's fighting them in space. I'm just like, I want to
But
see
this is
Wonder
a
Woman
version
do
of Wonder
that.
Woman where she's literally born in hell. No iron,
Yeah,
no
so I'm
Amazons,
like,
absolute fury. The
and
the
she has a
fucking
Buster sword. Like
Yeah, I was gonna
I
say
want
this
to.
is Wonder Woman by way of Berserk. You know, it's like,
Yeah,
what
yeah,
if she was just guts? What if she was
yeah.
just insane and cutting shit with a giant sword? And
So
it turns
that
out we all want to see that.
I think I'm sold on Wonder Woman for
I'm
sure.
100% reading Wonder Woman. I think that's gonna be the best one. Also,
I think
Kelly
Superman
Thompson.
might be the
I
best one.
love Kelly Thompson. She's so good.
Superman
Um,
though.
yeah, I know Superman, Jason Aaron, Rafa
Mhm.
Sandoval. It
Superman
does look
looks the
awesome.
coolest. Like in terms of his design, I
Design
think he
wise,
looks the
I
yeah.
do
coolest. Yeah, he
because
looks
but you
fucking
also got to
sick.
wonder what a Superman looks like in this world again, where it's like this is a dark side affected universe where it's like the metaverse of this world is created by Darkseid. So Superman's not the center of this universe. So what does that mean for him? Like, what is he gonna? How hard does he have to fight? Is he hopeful? Is he inspiring? Is he anything? Like what is this Superman? This Superman does not exist with the template of our regular Superman.
Hope he
Yeah, that's a
snaps
good point.
necks.
He could. He
He
could.
could. Is it
So is
only
Cable.
half? Didn't
It,
we see somewhere that like the energy on his wrists are like the solar flare of like this
Mm.
planet or something
no, no,
like
no.
that?
His cape is like a gradient because it's made of the ashes of Krypton.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Hunter's
that's
right, isn't it? Don't his arms have that
His arms
shit
do
going on that
glowy. I
same?
don't remember why though.
Yeah.
He looks cool. He does look cool. He's
yeah. They kind
from
of
Brazil.
like it's
Landed in
kind of like
Brazil.
glowing there.
I like him. I like it a lot. And yeah, one of them looks sick too. I love again the Batman's just 9 feet tall. And like it's gonna be fun for
It
them to
looks
meet.
ridiculous.
You know, it's gonna
Yes,
be
it
fun
will
for them
be.
to cross over. I do wonder where
I
this whole
do.
absolute thing is
It'll
gonna
be
end
like
up.
me meeting Hunter, like
Yeah,
just
yeah.
that
Just
Willem
looking
Dafoe
up.
gif.
I do wonder what this crossover eventually is gonna look like. Like, because they're gonna meet the regular universe version of characters that's set up in
Eventually,
All
yeah.
In. I wonder what like it's gonna be funny when Batman does have to look up to absolute
Batman.
Batman. You know, is like
That
two
that
times
is
his
actually
size.
hilarious. Yeah,
Yeah.
I bet they'll fight first.
Obviously they'll fight
of course
first.
they will.
Mhm.
And
Who are you
then
more
regular
excited
Batman's just
to
gonna be like,
meet?
why are you trying to stab me, dude? Like, what the hell?
Earth
Why do you cut
Prime
my
Bruce
hand off?
Wayne and Absolute Bruce Wayne, or Ultimate and 616 Peter Parker?
Who do I want to meet more? Oh,
Meet more. It's a
Ultimate and
stupid question because
616
this
Peter.
Absolute Batman has just
Marvel.
been born.
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
read 24 issues. Or
Yeah,
24 pages, sorry, 24 pages of
24.
him.
I was
No,
gonna
it's
say,
it was a 45-page
it
book,
was
man.
it was an extra.
It was a
He
longer
was
It was
one.
a,
probably only in 24
did you get
pages,
a?
though.
Did you
Actually,
get
no,
an issue? How did you read
that's
it?
a really good point, Hunter.
Hunter,
That's a
where'd
really
how'd
good
you
point.
read it?
So that's it for a hero story.
Yeah, I agree. All right.
Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
god, guys! Real quick, Fantastic Four came out.
No,
Um,
no, I don't want to hear about Johnny fucking Storm fucking another alien. Fuck
no,
off.
no aliens, no
Oh, is
aliens.
this the I saw a panel where
It's a
Reed's
great
head like
cover.
splits in half,
Yeah,
and
okay, real
that's not
quick.
how his
First,
powers work at all.
I think it is though. You know what? If you
He's
say
a
it is, it is.
plastic man, though.
I love in this issue, it just starts with Reed creating a doohickey. He says he's making a magic detector because he is freaking out about the fact that Doctor Doom is Sorcerer Supreme right now. He cannot get over it.
As
He's
you
like,
would.
yeah, he's like, this magic detector is going to tell us if Victor shows up and when he returns and everything. Because like, I just can't with like the fact that he's in a dome, the fact that he's got godlike powers, and then it leads to like a mystery under the house they're living in. I'll find the panel you were talking about, Hunter, because I did think it was unbelievable. Um,
Yeah,
because
like this
Ryan
is Harper. I gotta see what you think of this.
Ryan
Is this how Reed's powers work?
Ryan
I don't think
Okay.
it is.
has been going
The way you're
insane
describing
with
it sounds like the
the
thing.
usage of the powers. Like he's been going crazy with it, but this is something Reed does. He splits his head in half as to wrap it around a laser bolt that's shooting at him, so it misses him. He splits his head in half.
like he stretches it out.
But no,
This is a whole-
his hair doesn't go down. It's not like he like stretches. It like splits.
Oh, it splits in half.
Yes.
Because otherwise you see the
I feel
hair
like
by
he
the
should
nose
be. I
there.
feel like he should be a donut. I feel like
Yeah,
his
yeah,
head
I
should make a
agree.
I
Yeah.
donut
think
hole.
the reason I
You
think
should,
this
like,
works is because I
you
was actually
should.
just thinking about. Remember when the maker said, "My brain's not in my head anymore; it's actually in like my
My
blood."
dick.
So yeah,
Yeah.
my
Yeah,
yo,
it's
I
in my
got
butt.
so many heads, bro.
It's my butt.
It's in my butt. I put it on the bottom of my feet. Yeah, it's like so I could buy it as like he because his bones they can't be normal bones or elastic bones. So I would buy it as he's moved his brain all the way to this side of his head and then split like a because he with his hands he can do like a U, like a big U or something if you wanted to. So I guess if
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
doing like a big U with his head, it's kind of like a donut, I
But then
guess, in
his
a way.
hair would be like going down with it. But his hair's cut in half.
I think it looks cool.
Oh, he's got you there, Hunter. He's got you there.
So that's it.
I don't know.
And
I've
think
been
about this. I feel like they used to always describe the Fantastic Four as the elements, right? Where it's like Johnny's fire, Sue is air. No, Sue is air.
so he's water.
So he's water. Yes. Ben is earth. So he's water. So he could just do water
Oh, he
weird
could do okay.
Hydro
So
Man stuff, you know?
no, but okay.
No, you don't think so?
Just okay. I have been spending my days doing what Tyler has also been doing and doing nothing but reading
Been
One
reading One
Piece.
Piece. Listen, I haven't been reading all that much One
Yeah,
Piece.
you've
I
read
think
like two
they just
issues.
got Zolo or whatever. What's his name?
Zoro.
Zoro.
Okay, yeah, so fun fact about that. They say Zolo, but it's
Yeah.
Zoro. It's
I thought
because
it was
the
Zoro.
it is Zoro. They the translation people that at the time they thought it was Zolo because they didn't realize an R and an L look
I because
similar. So they said Zolo.
I felt so stupid because I was just like, have I been saying the wrong name this whole time?
Yeah, they
But
say
it was
Zoro.
Zoro.
They say Zolo in that manga there, and they don't stop because they're just like, oh well, it's too late now. So they just spell
The
his name wrong
entire
for
manga,
the
it's
next 20
Zoro.
years. They
Damn,
spell
that's
his name wrong.
crazy. But it is Zoro.
It is
Yeah,
Zoro,
in
yes.
the anime he's Zoro. In the live action show he's
And
Zoro.
the creator even says like just pronounce it Zoro.
On toys he's Zoro. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
But I've read a
so
little bit. It is fun. I'll give you that.
but
It's
like
good.
I'm saying like I see the stretchy
Luffy.
powers every day, and I feel like it'd be really weird if he were to do that.
Yes.
I know
Yeah.
they're different characters, but they have the same powers here,
Ooh,
so
Luffy.
yeah.
But why don't you think Reed could be like Plastic Man? Like, why not?
Just I don't know, it's
Listen,
just we haven't
Plastic Man
seen
is a
him.
weirdo. Remember,
Yeah.
there's the issue of Grant Morrison's Justice League where like Barda shows up in a dress and it turns out that that dress is Plastic Man.
They
Remember
did that in
that?
Teen Titans Go as well.
Yeah, but she
That's
knows she's
right.
wearing Plastic Man in that. In
Oh, she
Grant
does it in
Morrison,
the
she
oh.
doesn't know. She puts on the dress and it's him and she's like, "You son of a bitch." Like she starts choking out her dress. Could Reed do that? In the Lego games, he turns into a teapot.
He does. I remember that. I
So-
remember that.
So why not
I
him
don't
doing that in the
know.
comics too? Listen, in this run, he's like he fought a version of Dr. Octopus by stretching out his fingers into smaller hands and creating giant arms.
Oh,
So he can
like
do
wow.
anything. He can do anything. He stretches his eyeballs so he can see further.
What the fuck
like
is Hunter looking at?
Nervous.
Oh, it's a
So-
cat. I dead set thought it was like the movie It Follows, and you were waiting for the fucking sex monster to come and
You
So we
stab
just
you
wouldn't
in
walk
the
even
neck.
over
see
there.
we wouldn't
I
even
have
see
like
him,
I have
yeah.
like a bunny in here right now, so I'm like
It's gonna
Oh.
pounce.
That's a
Yeah.
cat, dude. That's absolutely a cat.
Yeah.
Damn.
Why's a cat got a? Can you? What's the cat's name?
Mabel.
Can you call Mabel's name?
Mabel.
Mabel has a
Hitler
fucking
mustache.
like. He has a Hitler mustache and the haircut. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh,
Oh no.
I don't know.
oh,
She has like
Mabel.
little black spots on the nose.
Yeah, a Hitler
That's not
mustache.
good.
That's what we're saying. Oh, cat. Anyway, we
Yeah,
don't need
yeah,
this
there we
fucking
go,
show. We're
there
just
we go.
fawning over a fucking cat right now.
It's a hero story. Episode 288. Hunter, you should
Oh.
tell the podcast about that thing.
I won't be here next week.
Oh,
I don't think Tyler
No,
will be either.
I won't
'cause,
either. Yeah, I'm going to Comic Con next week.
we'll
If
do an
anybody
off
wants to,
week
if anybody
this week.
sees me at Comic Con next week, I guess don't be afraid of me. I guess you can say hi, even though I
Or
am
don't be weird.
fairly
And also don't be weird.
antisocial.
Yeah,
grab
see,
him,
if
grab
you
him like
see,
firmly on the crutch. He loves when people do that.
Can't say
You
I
don't need
do,
to
but
ask.
Let's
He
see how
loves that
awkward
man.
Tyler is in real life. Because I've met I think 3 people that listen to the podcast in real life, but I was so awkward to all 3 of you. So I
yeah.
apologize
Really?
every
Dude,
time.
I am so this fucking thing, it's all this all the time, baby. Be fine. I would knock on your door, Hunter, and I'd be a psychopath, and you'd be like, hi, it's Harper. It's good to finally like meet
I
you in
think it's because
person.
I
It'd be
live
awesome.
in Canada, so I don't expect to meet people.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I
That's
know
fair.
that I'm always on the edge of meeting someone if I go to like a signing or
Like the
something.
first time it happened, Chelsea and I were walking, and some guy comes up. He's like, "Are you Hunter?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like,
I've been
I listened to a
watching you
Hero
since your
Story."
modeling
And the
days.
first thing I said when he said I listened to the podcast is, "JD's not here."
Why the
I'm like, "I'm
fuck?
so sorry, I'm not with JD right now."
Oh my God.
That
Dude,
was the
shut
first.
the fuck.
That was like
That's
5 years
awesome though.
ago. But it was like the
Is
first thing I said. I was like, I had to let him know, like, your favorite boy ain't here. It's just me.
no, the cat. Oh,
Never had she didn't jump
the
in the
car committed suicide.
Yes.
bed.
All
But
right.
yes, off week next week.
Yes. I was saying, if you don't want to mention it, I guess the thing that you did
Oh
this
yeah,
week.
yeah. The mystery that Sean actually called. But last week, you guys
That
wished me good luck.
Sean called.
Yeah, you
Like he
guys wished
guessed
me good
it
luck last week at the end of the episode. I
for
guess Sean listens
tomorrow,
right when
which
they're
was
out,
Sunday.
but yeah, yeah, which was Sunday, and Sean messaged me after to be like, "Is this happening?"
Hunter lost his virginity.
Finally,
I
that
am
was
engaged
that
now.
scream that we heard. Yes,
No,
I'm
I'm
getting married.
engaged now. Yeah, I
Yeah,
proposed to
you
Chelsea, and
are.
she said
Do you
yes.
have a
So
ring? Because I'm absolutely gonna get a ring for me. You should get one.
for the when I'm married, yes, yeah.
No, no, get a male engagement rings are sick.
I didn't know that
Actually,
was a
they're cool.
thing.
Yes, it's a thing. It's 2024, man. Come on, give it the time.
Okay, yeah,
Here's the thing,
I
though,
would. Yeah.
listeners of the
No,
podcast,
yeah,
he's not going to
absolutely get one.
invite us.
Yeah, no, he's
No,
not. He said he's not going to
no,
invite us.
He's not going to invite
no.
us. He's afraid that he's going to hear Reigns of Castamere if if he invites us.
Yeah,
Look, Arthur Flex invited.
I would Reigns of
What?
Castamere you, Hunter.
That'd be so fucked up.
But yeah, like we need you with the makeup on. I'm like
No,
Lady Gaga in the movie. I
I'm
want
not.
the
You,
other
why?
guy.
Why are you even pretending like I would get
I was,
invited?
you guys were thinking Penguin or Joker makeup, and I immediately thought Penguin makeup. We needed you with
If I go with the full prosthetics, I want extra pickles. They gave me 2 pickles. You're telling me the regular amount of pickles is 1 pickle? Love it. I love it.
Well, you don't have
Better when
you
you
don't have a
mix the
suit rack for
flavors,
me.
isn't it? Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
it's pretty
I
good.
love
It's a
it.
good
What's
one. No,
better?
it's all good. It's the best.
It's
You
it's
telling me you
better.
ran out of hors d'oeuvres? How many hors d'oeuvres you got at a wedding?
You said the other day, like
Eggs
you were
Benedict.
typing the chat Harper out.
Yeah.
He doesn't say murder, he says moida.
He says
What?
moida.
And
Yeah.
now I noticed that though
Yeah,
watching
because
episode
like
three, he said
Moida.
the
moida.
amount I said to my partner the other night, I was like, how many times does Colin Farrell have to insert like a oi sound into different words to convey the accent? Like sometimes he's just like, hey, we got to moida these boys right now. Like it's just so
We gotta moid
many.
him. You know what? I was
We got to
rewatching the
moida the
Batman,
boys.
and one of my favorite things he says is that when he sees Bruce Wayne, he goes, "Hey, Johnny Slick."
Yeah, fuck yeah. Hey, Johnny Slick.
All of
He's
his
good.
lines are
He's so
good in the
good.
Batman. Like
It
he's
is
so
such
He
a
is the
thing
most deserving character or
to get a
for a
spinoff.
performance to get a
spin-off.
spin-off, genuinely.
But you wouldn't have
Whoa,
watched
take
a
it
Falcone
easy.
spinoff.
I would not have watched a fat. Well, he's dead, so no.
Yes, the Roman. Yeah,
But now that we're into the show, we see like he is a very serious guy. Like he has things happening. He has to be careful. So seeing him in the Batman, he's pulling off like an act.
yeah.
Yeah,
He's like,
that's
"Oh, you
true.
know, it's me, how's it come?"
Oh, you're everything
He's
they
so
say you
good.
are, ain't you? I
Take it
love that.
easy, sweetheart.
I know every week
Take
we
it
go, God, that
easy.
part of the Batman, but when Batman he pushes Penguin up against the glass and Penguin goes, "You know my reputation?" And Bruce just goes, "Yeah, do you?" And then Penguin's just like, "Hey, man,
Yeah.
come on."
That's awesome.
Like
Oh,
I'm actually
man.
trying out here. Like, come
Yeah.
on. I love that. It's so good.
But like,
I'm just a
imagine if this
proprietor.
happened in the show. Like he's at the nightclub doing his business, and then suddenly a guy in a mask starts beating up everyone in your
Yeah, that's
club.
so true.
And
Like
his
if
first thought is like, "I'll go over to him and I'll just act like he's a guest."
that's so
Yeah.
good. Yeah, that does. I didn't even really think about
Yeah.
that, but like he is so acting like a tough guy in the Penguin, but the second
He's
he gets
not.
around Batman, he shits himself.
But when he sees Batman at first, he probably panics for a second and realizes, okay, like I comment on the
Gotta come up
situation.
with some
Yeah, he
sort of
does
act.
come up with a plan. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can look back and be like, oh,
He
that's
just
how
goes
he
over to
thinks.
walk up to him. Yeah, he's like, I'm just
He
gonna
kind of waddles
shake
up.
his
He's
hand.
like, this guy's beating up all my guys. I'm just gonna
Take it
walk
easy,
up to him.
sweetheart.
Yeah, and he goes like, oh,
Such a good movie. Such a good character. And you listen to
yeah.
Colin Farrell's like actually talking. I'm just like, how the hell is he doing that
How the
accent?
fuck are you so
When they
moido?
announced the Penguin show, I'm just like, man, we're gonna have this the Batman universe, and most of the screen time is gonna be Penguin, and now I'm okay with it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
now
now
I'm
I'm
like,
like, yeah,
dude,
he
penguin
can be the main
tattoo.
character. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be called like the Batman Part Two, a saga in the
It should be
Penguin
called the
universe.
Penguin Universe, the Epic Crime Saga. Or
Yes, I agree. Damn. Do you think they're gonna
Like,
do more spin-offs of that universe?
I don't
no.
think so. I
Yeah.
feel
Oh,
like
actually,
after
no. Didn't they
Batman 2,
announce?
it's
Didn't they
over.
say they were going forward with one the other day?
They've
No, they
always
said they're
talked.
canceling Arkham Asylum the other
There's no
day.
way. I really do think that we're not done after the Batman 2, but like, would you watch a Catwoman show? I'd watch a Catwoman show.
I swear to God, I saw one saying it's still
Catwoman
going
in
forward.
Yeah,
Bloodhaven.
yeah,
Why
I
not?
would. I would. I
Yeah.
think the Penguin is more interesting because geez.
September 14th. So this is what, like 3 weeks ago. Another The
1 month
Batman
ago.
spin-off series is in development. Confirms
Married.
confirms the Penguin producer.
Hmm.
The Penguin
Okay.
himself
What if it's
confirms
Alfred? You
Oscorp.
watch Alfred? Yeah. We're making another show in this universe.
Yeah, so they dropped the ideas for Gotham's Police Department and Arkham Asylum. Reeves told Variety that HBO dropped both ideas according to him. The studio wanted to lean harder into marquee characters. So,
You know what I want? I want Slam Bradley. That's what I want. Slam Bradley show. I would actually kill for that. I would love a Slam Brad. I would like
Who?
I would kill for that. Slam Bradley, the detective in Detective Comics, issue #1, the Gotham City hard-boiled detective. Gotham
Oh,
City
make it the guy that like
yeah.
is a fan of Bruce Wayne but doesn't like Batman.
Martinez. Martinez, who like
It's Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, I love when Batman has the thing that like Martinez recognizes as like, oh, it's a Tucker, and then Batman just points his flashlight at him, and he's just like, oh, jeez, man, like I'm just trying to be normal.
Why'd you
I
do
gained
that?
nothing from that.
Why'd he do that?
Yeah.
Did you hear that, Harper?
No.
We're talking
No,
the part of the Batman where he's investigating that house near the end, and the detective that likes Bruce Wayne but doesn't like Batman's with him, and Batman just shines the flashlight at his face for no
And his
reason.
face, and he's like, yeah, what the fuck, man?
He's like,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
it's
Like, what are
really
you doing?
yeah, that I gotta rewatch the movie again. It's really good.
Yeah, I
It's a
might
good
rewatch it
movie. I
again
watched it
right
a
now,
couple
dude.
weeks ago. It's sick.
So good. Gosh.
I just want more
Right.
Penguin,
Next
honestly.
watch party.
Yeah.
The
Podcast
Batman.
done.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, I was gonna say before we end, the Penguin, DC posted the Penguin today with the Sopranos theme, so they know what
Did
they're
they
doing.
really? Woke up this morning. Got
They posted the
That's
trailer, but it's
awesome.
that theme over top.
That's
So
awesome, dude. Oh my god, that just made me so happy. All right,
right, that's
good
all
episode.
I say.
Harper, real quick, you didn't ever fucking pull up an Iron Man issue. You didn't pull up the Iron Man cover.
Oh,
288.
fucking hell. Right. Okay. Sorry.
Quicker.
So I've got to retroactively do last week. Iron Man 288. Are we 289 this week or
We're
288?
288 right now.
Okay, so 287.
Is what?
Yeah. It's all right.
Yeah, that
It's
looks
fine.
like looks
However,
like Drake Bell in superhero movie.
However,
288 is what?
hard as fuck.
Fucking sick.
Anniversary special. Fuck yeah,
that's
look at that.
awesome. Damn.
Mm.
All right.
I'm
Good
gonna
episode.
preview. I'm gonna have a personal look at next week. Ow.
It's
Mid.
great land. All right, we'll see you. We'll see you.
Oh,
no,
but
we
290.
We
Ooh,
won't see you next
modular.
week, I guess, but we will
Mhm.
see you eventually. Good
Yes.
episode, boys. I don't know. 5-star reviews, email, comment, love all that stuff.
Yeah. Oh, thank you for the email.
Matthew Novak. We
Thank
read
you.
it.
We
Really
did read
nice.
it. We never replied, but thank you. We do appreciate it.
Yes. As you often say, Hunter. Blah.